Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers and getting listeners. It's Miller time, baby. Back again with another video, a little more positive, a little more upbeat today. It was a good game. But before we get into that, let's talk about our sponsor. Of course, if you enter the code Miller Park Minute at SeatGeek, you get $20 off your first purchase. And that includes ball games, you name it, really, it's included. Wrestling, football, concerts, $20 off. Miller Park Minute is the code. This podcast comes at you daily, guys, so buckle in, strap up. 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time is our upload time. We are on YouTube, Google, Amazon, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Apple. We also have the videos on Rumble and some Twitch streaming as well. We do a live every Saturday at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. You want to come in, chat Brewers, whether there's a game going on or it's pregame or postgame. We'll talk Brewers on Saturdays live. You can support the show at patreon.com/Miller Park Minutes. Go on over there. There's some exclusive content available there as well. And if you haven't already, go check out the Brewers Fanatic community. BrewersFanatic.com is a site that has videos by yours truly, of course. But it also has community chat, great articles. Go on over and check them out. There is a new exclusive Miller Park Minute video over there. I believe it's live tomorrow morning. Today, when you're watching this, listening to this, when this goes live, that video should be live at the same time. So, that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about what the Brew Crew did tonight against the Houston Astros. Big victory, shutout victory, 6-0. Just, it's a good feeling. It's a feel good game. We had homers from Joey Weimer, and we had a homer from Owen Miller. Miller has been the unsung hero, and we're going to spend a few minutes talking about what Miller's done so far. So we're actually going right to his player card. Stats roster. Owen Miller has been just coming on as of late, and it's about time we have somebody coming on. So we're stepping out of the game talk to talk about Owen Miller for a minute. So far in the 2023 regular season, Mr. Miller has had 101 at-bats, 15 runs, 35 hits, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. He's gotten 347, has an OBP of 368, and an OPS of a monster, 893. So he is rocking and rolling. The Fredonia Kid, as I like to call him. And today he went 3 for 4 with a homer, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. So contributing in a big way. But he is not the only good thing that happened today. Our guy, Colin finally got his first W. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 0 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. He got this shutout started, and he did it in grand fashion. Finally getting it. He's been in the majors since 2016, and this is his first major league W. Now, if you don't remember, a couple weeks back, I was saying, he's so good, and he actually had a 9 strikeout performance and didn't get the W. So, I mean, sucks sometimes to get the raw hand, but we kind of lost on JP France. France, who only went 5 2/3 innings, threw about 5 hits, 1 earned run, and striking out 8. A little bit better of a line. Went a little bit longer, but a couple more strikeouts. That's all right. We'll take it. And we'll give some props to the bullpen today. Payams Paguro, Strzelecki, and Wilson all came in and held the shutout. So beautiful, beautiful stuff. Brewers had, context, 9 hits today, six runs on 9 hits. Yelly went 1 for 3. Winker 1 for 4. Thomas still had an 0 for. Thomas has really got to get the back going. Tellez 1 for 4. Anderson, of course, we talked about 2 for 4. Or I'm sorry, we talked about Owen Miller. And then again, Owen Miller, Turang. Turang made a play with the glove tonight. It's incredible. Even did a jumping like snow cone catch at the end, and those are the funnest plays to watch when we do good. When they do good. Caratini's still struggling a little bit with the bat. Weimer with a big man Weems, gotta love him. But we still are 1 game ahead of the Pirates. We're in first place, 26 and 22. Just all around good stuff, good vibes today. We haven't checked time of game in a while. Let's check that out. See how long this one lasted. 2 hours and 36 minutes. 2 hours and 36 minutes at Middle Park today. This is a feel-good victory because you want to win against these hard teams. And seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, we can only win against bad teams." Like that's where we got to shine. We got to shine against the bad teams. Here's an example. Now we have a chance to take the series tomorrow against the Houston Astros, who are one of the best teams in baseball. Talked about it. And we got it with Hauser on the mound. So I mean, we could. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't rule it out. You know what I mean? My glass is always half full here on this podcast, and by God, we're going to take this series. All right, so let's talk. A move was made. Potential. It's not official yet, so let's not. I don't like to talk too much about these things until they're official, but I think this one is right there. MLB.com put it out here. So, May 23rd, right-handed pitcher Julio Teheran reportedly in agreement with Brewers on 1-year deal, having depleted so many of their internal options after injuries to a slew of starting pitchers. The Brewers reportedly are going outside of the organization to sign 32-year-old Teheran, who hasn't thrown a big league pitch since 2021, but could be an option to start for the Milwaukee Brewers as soon as Thursday against the Giants. MLB Network insider John Heyman was first to report the major league agreement, which is pending physical examination. Per club policy, the Brewers did not confirm the deal. Teheran hasn't been a regular in the big league starter since the shortened 2020 season with the Angels. He missed most of 2021 with a shoulder injury, and he pitched in independent ball and in Mexican League in 2022 before signing a minor league deal with the Padres for 23. In 8 starts with AAA El Paso, he was 4-2 with a 5.63 ERA, 45 strikeouts in 40 innings before opting out of the deal on Monday, presumably to sign with Milwaukee. For the Brewers, he'd help fill an acute need for starters, with Eric Lauer landing on the injured list Monday alongside Brandon Woodruff, Wade Miley, and Aaron Ashby. The next time the Brewers have a hole in their major league rotation is Thursday, when they open a 4-game series against the Giants. So basically, this is a move that we could be one of those weird starters that we sign on a very short-term basis, but it's a stopgap. It's a stopgap from the long term of us having so many hurt starters. It was kind of funny. I was listening to Locked On today, and he was talking about the injuries, and he didn't remember that we had Freddie Peralta, and I thought that was hilarious. Chuck, gotta love you, buddy. But yeah, Freddie Peralta, Corbin Burns, regular starters. Adrian Hauser is a regular starter that started on the IL. So we do have him back. We could add Tehran and keep Colin Ray in there. Colin Ray hasn't been pitching bad. I don't think that Colin Ray is bad by any means. And of course, we're going to go to the stat line. I love looking at stat lines for the 2023 season. He doesn't have as many L's as he does with him. A lot of no decisions on his line. So 2023, he is 1-3, which isn't that bad. He has a 4.71 ERA, 8 games, 36.1 innings that he's taken for us, and he's got 29 strikeouts and a WHIP of 1.27, which is just off the mark of where Corbin Burns is actually sitting at. So I don't see him as a bad option. I still like having him available in this time of need. Like I said, we're one game away above the Pittsburgh Pirates. We've got to put a little more distance in that. Wait a second. His whip is just behind our boy Corbin Burns. So you may ask, got a little sidetracked there, but you may ask, Julio Tehran. Julio Tehran has a career stat line of 78 and 77. He has a 3.8 career ERA, 240 games, 238 of which were starts. He has logged over 1,396 innings, 1,207 strikeouts with a 1.22. Spent the majority of his career in Atlanta. Then he went to LA, then Detroit. And then he signed a minor league deal, like we talked about. So, I mean, good ad. I want to see where this goes. I personally, I liked Julio Tehran before this. So, different taste to it. It's got a different taste to it because we're adding in due to the injuries that we have sustained at this juncture. And I think when you add a guy like this midseason, we've done this before, multiple times, and it's always touch and go. You know, he's gonna be hated by fans. I guarantee you, he will be hated by fans. And there's probably fans right now pissed off that we signed him, but whatever. You need a guy. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do, brother? So Yelly served some Chick-fil-A today. Looks like he signed a couple autographs. Brewers are pumping Yelly. And 259, he's still leading the team. 33 runs. Rowdy's leading the team. I didn't mention Rowdy's home run last night. 12 home runs. Runs batted in is Mr. Anderson. 27, and Christian Yelich is still leading the way with stolen bases. So it's kindness week in Milwaukee. So that's how Christian Yelich served some Chick-fil-A at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru and bought some people some Chick-fil-A. Wish I would have known. I would have went to Chick-fil-A. That would have been good lunch. But that being said, we have exhausted all of our sources there. Let's talk about our friends over at BrewFanatic.com. Play and new moves. That's my most recent video, but my other quarter season review, it is up. So if you want to go see that video, it is up. That's basically I'm talking about where we stand and what's happened so far this season, which we've talked about day in and day out. But those videos are a little briefer, a little more brief, just short takes. So 5 numbers to make you optimistic about the Brewers. I like that. Darren Ruff is a lefty master we crave. Tyrone Taylor's manual misfortune. Brian Anderson's all-around presence. Joel Payamps shutdown innings. Untapped potential. So check these articles out, guys. Comment. Join the community. Personally, I find this more fun than Facebook. I like where I have a discussion board and I have video and just forums and different blogs and articles that people put together, and these guys do a great job. all of it. So go on over and check them out. BrewersFanatic.com. BrewerFanatic.com. Sorry. Yeah. We'll be coming back tomorrow. We're going to talk some Brewers. Hopefully, talk about a series dub. Put a dub up. And I don't think we talked about power rankings. Let's do the power rankings real quick before we go. We talked about the MLB power rankings, but I don't. That's not what I wanted. So power rankings change and vary from place to place. So MLB always is more or less the source I like to reference, just because I feel they're the best. But let's talk about the power rankings on Fox Sports. So Fox Sports got Tampa Bay, which we mentioned already. Tampa Bay is really good. Baltimore, Atlanta Braves, Texas Rangers, Houston Astros, New York Yankees, Dodgers, Arizona Diamondbacks are still hanging around. Boston Red Sox, Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Angels, then the Milwaukee Brewers. Minnesota, New York, San Fran, Seattle, Philly, Miami. Pittsburgh is still hanging in the top 20, and the St. Louis Cardinals ranking up. So, one of the big things you notice is not a lot of NL teams are in there. The AL is really hitting its stride right now. You can't see the Athletics. You got to pay for it. Let's talk about Sportsnaut. Sportsnaut.com. That's one I use for stats once in a while. They're pretty good. All right, so we don't want to go where we know that Oakland is dead last in the power rankings. So let's go up a ways. I should say. It's really cool to see like Baltimore playing this well, because Baltimore was that bottom of the basement team that the Houston Astros used to be when they were in our division. So like Baltimore ranked number 1 on the Sportsnaut. Number 2 is the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Atlanta Braves are number 3. Tampa Bay Rays are number 4. Texas Rangers are number 5. New York Yankees are number 6. See a common theme here. Astros are 7. Boston Red Sox are 8. D-backs are 9. Toronto Blue Jays are 6. And it's funny because the AL East is just they're so good. It's a tough competition. The Minnesota Twins are number 11. The New York Mets are number 12, and the Milwaukee Brewers are number 13. So pretty close there. The Mets have been on a tear. They're getting healthy, and they had a 5-game winning streak going last I checked. All right, last but not least, let's talk about Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report is the last one I always check. Just because I like what Bleacher Report's articles do and kind of the news around Bleacher Reports. Ooh, they got some awards here too. Let's see here. NL MVP. So they got Acuna, Freddie Freeman, Sean Murphy, Nolan Gorman, Juan Soto, Paul Goldschmidt, Corbin Carroll, Mookie Betts, Pete Alonso, and Luis Arias. Cy Young, Mitch Keller, Dustin May, Dustin Steele, Spencer Strider, Zach Allen. Rookie of the Year, they got Corbin Carroll, James Outman, and Kodai Senga of the New York Mets. So no Brewers. Kind of figured. Team of the week feature. That's kind of cool. No Brewers. All right, let's get into their rankings here. Sorry. I forget that they add all these other features. So Tampa, Baltimore. Baltimore's hanging right up there. Houston, Dodgers, Braves, Rangers, New York Yankees, Arizona Diamondbacks, Boston Red Sox, New York Mets, Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Angels, St. Louis Cardinals, Minnesota, Miami. Ooh, they 16. Previous ranked 12. So they got us down a little bit. You know what that says, though? That says that this downslide that we went through is just turning the overall feel. With the series lost to the Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Rays last weekend, the Brewers dropped 3 of 9 on the road in May. Left-hander Wade Miley landed on the injured list Tuesday with a strained lat, with Brandon Woodruff also watching from the sidelines. The team's pitching depth will be tested. Agreed. So that being said, guys, that is all we're going to cover for today. Good W. Let's hang our heads on that and let's go out and get them tomorrow. Let's wrap this series up and win something against the unexpected. Just because sports writers say we can't do it and say we can only beat bad teams, I want this team to prove them wrong. If you listen to any podcast outside of my podcast, there are going to be constant comparisons of how bad we are, how much we suck. And it's just not the case. We're not that bad. Glass half full, guys. This is the Glass Half Full podcast. Maybe we'll change the name. The Glass Half Full podcast. What do you think? Vote below. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and listening to the podcast. As always, go Brewers. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.